Well, after going to Bristol so the boys could get some tattoos, random, little field trip, back in Damascus, sent some stuff home so my pack is lighter because the other day when we hiked out of Boots Off, I was literally being crushed by the weight of my pack to the point of I couldn't even hike. I had to switch packs with one of the boys and they carried mine and I switched and had a lighter one because I was just in that much pain, which is not good. So had to ditch a bunch of gear, made it much better. Now instead of having 34 pounds, I have 28. In Virginia, we'll be here for about 500 miles, long while. Be back in this town in about a month for trail days, where I might actually get a new pack. I was looking at that. And overall feeling A-okay. Hiking out on the Creeper Trail. Bit of I don't even know what this is called. Bike blazing. Taking the Creeper Trail bike trail instead of going up through the mountains. Gonna kind of just cut straight down the river and then head up once we have to get on trail to be back on trail. The trail today after a lovely night of stealth camping with the Tremley. Headed up into the Grayson Highlands today, which is very exciting. Hoping to see some ponies. Hoping the weather cooperates and doesn't rain on us too much. Planning a 19-mile day, so lots of climbing to begin with and then nice beautiful highlands after that.
Happy Easter. Somebody seems to have left. Oh! Some trail magic for Easter. That's pretty cool. All along the trail there's all these little eggs for Easter. It's adorable. It's making me so happy. It's such a random thing that you do not expect because it's literally on trail in the middle of nowhere. Ponies, they like to lick you because of salt. You're sweating, so it's all salty. And they like it. Silly ponies. Currently hiking at Mount Rogers, trying to decide if I want to go and hike the current AT or do a Blue Blaze bypass, which is the old AT route. It means I would miss the highlands, but it would shorten tomorrow substantially. And it's supposed to be cold and rainy yet again, and then freeze tomorrow night yet again. So I don't really know what I'm gonna do. I have probably about 1.5 miles, maybe 2 miles to decide. And I'm also gonna hit the 500-mile marker in 2 miles. Just past mile 500. It's always amusing because every time you hit a 100-mile marker, there's
2, 3, or even 4 different things written out that say 500. This time there was little rock, big rocks, and sticks. Very, very random. Oh, and just found another one. I'm rocking into a tree. Here we go. Another 500 written on the back of this sign. Decided in the end to take the Blue Blaze Trail. Give me an excuse to come back, and I can come back and, you know, day hike the Highlands, which would be great. It's very Highland-esque up here, even with the Blue Blaze. It's rainy, it's cold, it's miserable, but what can we do but go hike? It's also 9 a.m. and I'm still in my tent. Part of the group has packed up and left, but I'm really not looking forward to packing up in this rain or hiking in this cold. So, procrastination at its finest, but I figure I should probably get up and moving because this is not going to stop anytime soon, so... Oh man, I hate taking down a tent in the rain. It's my least favorite activity by a long shot. I was wondering why the rain was so heavy on my tent. It's because it's turned to ice. It was just slushing on us. The ground is so slippery. Everything I have is soaked. I'm soaked. I've been out for like a minute. I'm cold as all heck. There's a road in 1.6 miles that we might be heading to. I don't really know, but it's also gonna freeze tonight. So this is hypothermia waiting to happen, not to mention a broken ankle because every single thing is just like a frickin' ice skating rink. So right here is why people say you don't ever send your winter gear home until after Mount Rogers, because this can happen. It's cold, we're still at a higher elevation, and if I only had my summer stuff, I'd be miserable. I mean, I'm miserable now, but I'd be more miserable. And, ooh, tree, chill out with that. It's a really ominous sound.
It's a rainy day. Can't feel my toes. Like, subscribe, and follow.
Well, I got sick. And that put a real wrench in the plans. So I don't know what I'm doing, but we'll figure it out as we go. So I got sick with what I'm pretty sure was food poisoning. Not pleasant. I'm feeling better now, not great, not super up to hiking, but not, you know, throwing my guts out, so that's a win. I don't really know what I'm gonna do because I'm now all kinds of turned around. I don't really feel up to hiking. I don't know when I'm gonna feel up to hiking. I don't love skipping miles, but I also don't really want to like sit around in town and lose all my friends. And so I had been thinking about going and hiking a couple miles in to go see the quarter-mile mark and then come back, but I figured, or I decided, why am I doing that? For what reason? It doesn't really mean anything. I've still hiked these miles. I've still seen that sign. I have a picture of it from last year. So I'm just gonna get a ride, go straight to the hostel, and then I think I might just go and skip these next chunks of miles and just go to Woods Hole Hostel, which is the next kind of planned stopping point. I'll meet up with all the boys then again, and I'll just go and rest and relax. And I wasn't planning on doing a lot of hiking the next several days. I kind of just wanted to see the 600-mile marker, but I figured I could just make the 600-mile marker on the road with some rocks and call it a day because I've hiked these miles before, and all will be well. And it's more important for me to take care of myself and make sure that I'm back to 100% so I can start hiking again regularly than skip around a bunch for who knows how long and just go rest, hang out, and wait for the boys to show up, get my new gear, swap some stuff out, and keep on trucking.
So here I am at the Quarterway Inn. Such a chaotic period of time. I ended up not doing my little hiking thingy, just coming straight here. Trying to figure out how to get to Woods Hole tomorrow, but it's kind of far, and I'm just I feel gross about skipping so many miles, but I also don't really want to hike them because I don't feel great to go hiking. I also can't really eat very much, nor have I been drinking a whole lot, so hiking in this current state is probably not the best idea. But I also don't want to sit around for days on end and just lose a bunch of time and then also lose my Tremley, so it's just, oh, it's a hot mess. Found this hat in the hiker box though, kind of here for it. Might take it with, I don't really know, but we'll find out. And I'm gonna sit here, mope about for a little while. So I've had another pretty relaxing day. I splurged for a private room again because I figured another good night of rest would be good for me. And then tomorrow headed over to Woods Hole Hostel, doing a bunch of hostel jumping, some yellow blazing. Definitely kind of getting to me that I'm not hiking. 1,000,001 stresses about everything, but I'm also still not feeling great. I'm exhausted, and I also can't really eat much of anything. I've had probably 1/10 of the food today that I've been eating in the last month, so that doesn't bode well. I'm honestly, I'm exhausted, mentally, physically, just drained. So I'm really hoping a couple days at Woods Hole, waiting for the boys to show up, I will recuperate and feel better physically and hopefully emotionally and mentally I will be back to fighting form. I really, really hope. But just take each day as it is. Keep going with it. I'm gonna watch some Shrek and go to sleep here and just, tomorrow's a new day. Got a smoothie, sitting swinging in the hammock, looking at an amazing view. Gonna be here for a couple days probably, maybe do some slack packing tomorrow if I'm feeling better, more up to it. Still can't eat very much, so I'm eating a plain bagel. Just trying to drink some calories into my body, but feeling okay. Just living my best life with all these cats at these different hostels. The Woods Hole kitty. Switching out all my cold weather gear was very exciting. Got all my summer stuff. And then just gonna relax, do some editing, deal with some college stuff. I'm gonna get a smoothie now. Still not able to eat a whole ton, so that's kind of, gonna get a smoothie so I get some water and some food. And then relax and hope my stomach pulls itself together sooner rather than later. And watch the goats frolicking in the field. It's my last day here, headed out today. Gonna hike to Pearisburg, 12-mile hike. Trying to see how that feels and go from there. It's been lovely staying here. It is so peaceful, so relaxing. Definitely, healing. So it's been a great trip, but I am ready to, keep walking north. Trust you want the world for your own. You want maximum. So I am back on the trail after many a days off. I'm very, very excited. The last 4 days of not being able to hike, not because I didn't want to hike, but because my body wouldn't let me hike, definitely kind of reignited the fire I have to keep hiking, keep walking. I'm excited to be back out here, doing a shorter day, just 12 into Pearisburg, and then just gonna stay there, probably 0 again tomorrow, wait for the rest of the Tremley to catch up, and then maybe slack pack, maybe do another 0 because they want a 0, I don't know. Unsure on the plans, but I do know that in 6-point-some miles when I get there, I will be going straight to Dairy Queen to get some ice cream because it is warm. It's probably about 80 degrees today. Supposed to be 80 again tomorrow, and it was just about 80 yesterday, so we have a warm spell, and then of course it's gonna freeze again in a couple days, which makes just no sense. I have all my new summer stuff, all my gear, and so I have my camelback, new clothes, hat, fanny pack, and then switched out sleeping bags, switched out sleeping clothes, so that's very exciting. It also lightens up my pack a bit. I love this view so much. I think it might be one of the prettiest valley views out here. It's so green down there too, the lawns, everything is, it's beautiful.
One sweet and caring, now cold and calculated. You can't be trusted. You want the world for your own.
This is crazy. You got brown with just a few little things of green. Come down the hill, green. Hit the road and head to the Dairy Queen. This town, there are 2 separate road crossings. The first one, if you get on the road and you turn right, you'll just walk right into town, right into the Dairy Queen. The second one takes you further to like the more normal mainstream trailhead, and that you can still walk, but you have to kind of walk over and then walk back up a hill, whereas I'm just going to walk down this hill into town.
I can afford to stay, so get out of my way. Smoking down the track and never looking back. You can't be with me anymore. You can't be with me. Oh no.
Another sunny day here in Pearisburg. It's been hot but beautiful the last couple days. Gonna zero here again today and then head out hiking tomorrow.
Take me for granted, 'cause I don't recognize you anymore. Once sweet and caring, now cold and calculated.